Previously on the Theme Park Evaluator. Hi there! Opening day at Six Flags. It's awesome!
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 37th season of Six Flags Great America. Thanks for coming today. We really appreciate it.
Okay, it's about 60 degrees out. Al has goosebumps. I don't know if we can see them. A little bit. And we're going on a water ride. An excellent idea. So now you know how the day went, because you've seen all the video that I was able to take on opening day. And ultimately, things for the most part went swimmingly. Ultimately. There were a couple of instances that things did go horribly wrong. And I think that's about what we should look at right now. The things that went wrong. Firstly, the announcer, the master of ceremonies, the, what was it, general manager or park owner or something like that, he couldn't even get the year correct for how long Six Flags has been open. Six Flags, last year, was having its 35th anniversary. That's right, 35 years. Just take a listen one more time to what he has to say.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 37th season of Six Flags Great America. Thanks for coming today. We really appreciate it.
That's right. 37. Not 36 like it should be. 37. I mean, am I somehow mishearing this? I mean, maybe I'm the one that's crazy, not that guy. Maybe that guy has just, said 36, and I don't know how to listen. I don't know. Maybe we should listen to that again, right?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 37th season of Six Flags Great America. Thanks for coming today. We really appreciate it.
Now, as always, I'm never thrilled when it comes to theme parks deciding that they need to cater to the ADD crowd. There's lots to do. It's at theme parks, there's lots to take in, lots to ultimately wrap your mind around. Such as I've always stated, theming. I mean, it bothers me to no end when a theme park decides that, oh, guess what? What we need to do is have loud, blaring music all over the place, especially when you're in a line for a ride or other type of attraction. Once again, the TVs are back. I hate the TVs so much. Grab some cool air, jump from there. Oh God, now they even have regular advertisements. Oh God, no. Oh God, they don't, why is the Superman music not playing? I mean, that just takes away from the beauty that there is, if there is any theming, and it tends to make that the side dish, not what it should be as, the main course of your theme park experience. And it really bothers me that places like Six Flags have decided that they need to have music videos, they need to have commercials, they need to have, behind-the-scenes looks at things that nobody really cares about at theme parks. What I'm meaning is, well, for example, with Six Flags, they have this girl named, Kit, or something like that. I think that's her name. And she pretty much is talking about, Six Flags Magic Mountain, or Six Flags over Texas. The people at Six Flags Great America do not care what is happening at those other parks unless they are going to be able to go to those theme parks. However, most people that go to Six Flags Great America only are able to get to one theme park a year, unlike myself, where I can go to a few You know, maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5. But ultimately, I myself can't even really get all that far. I can only go within like 300 miles of where I live. Depending on how long of a vacation I decide to take, I can go a little bit farther. But the thing is, generally speaking, most people, if they're going to go to a theme park, they're not going to go for stupid commercials. They're not going to go for this lady on the screen showing off a show that they're not even going to be able to see unless they happen to be able to get to that other theme park. They should be advertising, if they are going to do that, these shows in their own park. Things like Love at First Fright. Well, okay, it's not going to happen during during the normal season, but, you know, Pop Fusion, the Glow in the Park Parade, you know, Screams and Dreams Part 2. It's something that needs to be better enhanced for their own parks, and that really, really bothers me. So that takes away from theming for myself. I hate it when theme parks do that. Truly, I hate it. To me, Six Flags Great America this year has had theming go on a steady decline. And sure, the TVs have been there for a while now. But the fact that they don't want to rectify anything like that, they don't want to even update paint schemes on their rides. That's right, they don't want to update the paint schemes. Remember when Al was mentioning that he could barely read the letters? Let's just look at that again, okay? They really need to update their paint. I mean, you can't read that.
Yeah, you kind of can. The Superman's kind of faded, though.
Yeah, I know.
I think they put more money in the actual plastic.
Wait a minute.
The creatures and the signs. I have.
Alright, now that we've seen that, why is it that they cannot spend a little bit of extra time making it so that we can read what the signs are for Superman? It was fun and interesting to read those things while you were waiting the hour and a half the ride generally had back in 2003 when it first came about. Now, again, they're relying more on TVs. They're relying more on the thrill factor. Oh. Okay, enough about the TVs. Enough about going overboard on commercialism. More theming issues, okay? The Dark Knight Coaster. That's right, the Dark Knight Coaster. That thing has been nothing but a cesspool since it opened in 2008. And back then, it was a decent cesspool. And I'm not meaning, you know, this is the best cesspool I've ever been in. I mean, you know, that took a different side. No. I'm meaning this ride was supposed to be up to the caliber of Revenge of the Mummy at Universal Studios Islands of Adventure. Not Islands of Adventure, Universal Studios Florida. You know, the actual studio portion, not the Islands of Adventure portion. How did I get that messed up? I just went there, you know, 2 years ago. Again. Anyways, it's supposed to be dark. It's supposed to be a little bit more about the scenery, about setting up the mood, rather than the thrill. And even that it fails on. This is just a regular Wild Mouse coaster in the dark. Yeah, in the dark. That's about it. I mean, sure, it, as my friend Sarah keeps calling it, is the Crazy Clown Coaster. There's lots of clowns all over the place because, hey, that's what Joker likes in the movie The Dark Knight. And he is called a clown, you know, that's what he is. But we need more theming for that ride. We need more theming pretty much everywhere in the park. Batman the Ride no longer has its graffiti, no longer has the wonderful, like, miniature junkyard. It looked like you were going from the well-off area of Gotham. It looked like you would go into more of the run-down area. The place where, like, maybe even you could get mugged or something. I mean, it was a place where you didn't want to take your kids. Okay, perhaps that is a good reason to get rid of that theming. But that's not a good reason to get rid of the music. Why is it that theme parks, at least theme parks like Six Flags Great America, where it is all about thrills, gets rid of music? That's right. I mean, I can barely even know that the Dark Knight coaster even had music. I mean, The Dark Knight and Batman Begins, they both have such great music by Hans Zimmer and James Newton Howard that you could literally have that music playing in the background, so, the guests soaking that in, getting pumped just by hearing the title soundtrack, Molasses, and it is just something that gets the audience and guests, so very pumped that you don't really need to have that much of a story in order to be able to get the people excited about what's going to happen. And, ooh, the Dark Knight coaster. Why is it that they had to get rid of the pre-show? I mean, it still plays. It's just in the background on a TV that's approximately 24-inch LED monitor type TV. Whereas they used to be playing it on what looks like about a 105-inch, maybe 120-inch big screen. It wasn't a TV, but they were using a projector. The ride had a plot. They've been taking that away slowly, little pieces at a time, and they no longer show images of the Joker and his goons on the monitors as you're walking through the line afterward. They keep playing the annoying, "Welcome to Wayne Central Station." No. They've been taking away whole bunches of scenery from the ride. They used to have a little, sewer piping at one point in time. They got rid of that. They used to have a truck almost run you off the track. That's no longer there. The "why so serious?" Thing when you're supposed to be going through the dark tunnel with the ha-ha-ha-has all over the place, that's no longer there. Well, I mean, the tunnel is still there, but you can barely understand the "why so serious." It's really annoying. X-Flight, however, fantastic use of theming. I literally, when I was watching that, or looking at the track, could literally feel as though I was about to get into a type of military exercise. I was able to truly feel as though I was at a control tower. That's what theming is about. It doesn't have to be over the top like Disney, Universal. Sometimes Cedar Point is a little bit over the top too. However, again, they kept it simple but stylized. That's what it's all about. X-Flight is a beautiful way of doing that. So, the employees that day, ultimately very helpful. You asked them what time the show is supposed to be playing, they generally were able to say 1:15, 2:30. Well, that one's at 4 o'clock. Yes, that's right over the Pictorium. That's right at Carousel Plaza. Generally speaking, they were very helpful, very guest-friendly, and that I was very much pleased with. The cleanliness of the park, I hate when theme parks, movie theaters, pretty much anywhere I go, claims that it is the cleanest whatever in the world. And Six Flags says that every hour on the hour. And I keep seeing trash all over the place. Trash. That's right, they say they're the cleanest theme park in the world, yet I have never seen a piece of trash at Disney, or Cedar Point, or Timber Falls Adventure Golf. I haven't seen it at Mount Olympus, or Noah's Ark. I've barely seen some trash at Busch Gardens Tampa. Barely. Just a little piece here and there. Nothing much.